Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about Plantify your life. So we all need a little bit more green thumb, maybe a little bit more hands in the dirt for the microbiome. And the microbiome is the good bacteria that live in your belly that help your body to digest your food and also to help your gut to work in such a way that your immune system is good, that your brain chemicals are good. So we need who lives in our gut to be good for us to feel good. So we wanted to clear some energy around being able to include more plants and greenery in our life, and also being able to plant plants and grow plants, and also just, being connected to nature a bit more. All right. And of course, the earth chakra comes up, which is our connection to the earth. And gardening. So I don't know, are you a pot person, or are you a person that, grows things outside, or how does it work for you? Affirmation: I partake of Earth's resources with reverence and thanksgiving. Okay. All right, so now we're getting into one of the higher chakras, so the lunar chakra, which is above the crown chakra. And this is about aligning ourselves with what we're here to learn in life, to know for sure why we're here, and to trust in God and His plan for us, and also to rely more on our spiritual promptings and our experiences. And what's coming up here is the need for constant companionship. All right, I know which voice to listen to. Okay. So this knowing which voice to listen to is a very important thing. It's like we receive all the time, I guess there's talking in our head. So learning to identify which feels good and uplifting, and also which is kind of pulling us down, because our ego can tend to be, why would you do that? This isn't the right time for that. Why do you think you can be successful? So it's not really us. It's like the voice of fear. And so being spiritually inspired, it inspires us to do things. And usually when we receive an inspiration of some sort, straight after follows the doubt or the negativity. So learning to identify that the negativity or the doubt is not the voice to listen to. So there's a generational component that interferes with us hearing the good voice. So dad's mum's side and the women. Like 53 generations of women. All right, another thing, we're going back to the earth chakra now, is creative invention for the good of mankind. All right, something from age 16. All right, so feeling like you can't change. And probably in our teenage years, we don't feel acceptable. We feel like we're not acceptable as we are, and we want to be more like other people. The good thing of getting older is you can be more accepting of yourself. Sometimes we find it hard to accept our body and the things that change. Right, so now we're going to go into the aura, so layers of the aura. The third layer. Which is about our thoughts and our ideas. So stagnant accumulation of energy, negative energy. Okay. All right, so the feeling of being unsupported. So let's do some affirmations for the opposite. Why am I so supported? Age 20. All right, also age 26. Now we're going to go into the 10th chakra. Okay, so the 10th chakra is about accepting the good and the bad. It's a solar star chakra. All right, and an oil comes up, which is Douglas fir. So Douglas fir is about generational wisdom. Douglas fir teaches individuals to learn from and value others' experiences, especially one's family and ancestors. It encourages respect for one's elders and ancestral heritage. Douglas fir reminds individuals that valuable wisdom can be obtained by learning from the past, especially from individuals who are older, wiser, and more experienced. So learning from the past. So I guess that includes our own past, isn't it? So the different ages that came up today, learning what we need to learn from the experiences that we had. I like this affirmation. I exist and rejoice. Sometimes we feel like we only just exist and we're not really rejoicing, which I guess takes us to gratitude. Sometimes it's hard to get into gratitude when you feel like you're struggling or you feel like you're not able to be who you want to be. Good morning, Susanna. Good morning, Kathy. All right, so we're talking about plantifying your life. How are you with your plants and how are you with grounding yourself? Is there somewhere in your body that's complaining? All right, surrounding ourselves with man-made objects. So sometimes we need to get outside. It's a bit hard, it's raining at the moment, but even, I guess, a walk with the umbrella is still nice to get out. Is there something in your heart that you really feel to create or to talk about or that you feel is important? All right, so we're going back into the crown chakra now. So this is about the inability to see that we are all family, which is like that bigger picture, isn't it? We tend to see ourselves as separate and this is my life, that's your life. And maybe we're not as inclusive as we could be. Lavender oil. So lavender oil is about communication. And also being calm. Oh, Susanna's mentioned skin and digestion. Okay, thank you, Susanna. So lavender encourages emotional honesty and insists that individuals speak their innermost thoughts and desires. As they learn to communicate their deepest thoughts and feelings, they are liberated from their self-inflicted prison. It is through open and honest communication that individuals have the potential to experience unconditional love, acceptance, and peace of mind. Through lavender's courageous spirit, all are free to share their true self with others. So you might want to use the lavender to give you a bit of peace of mind, especially if life's been really stretching you and stretching your capacity. All right, fearing asking for help. So if someone were to help you, how would that look? What would you like someone to do? All right, we're also going to use helichrysum oil here, which is about healing and pain. So helichrysum is an amazing healer of emotional pain. It aids the walking wounded, those with a history of difficult life circumstances, trauma, self-destruction, loss, or abuse. These individuals need the powerful spiritual support that helichrysum offers. It gives strength and endurance to the wounded soul who must keep on living despite past difficulties. This oil restores confidence in life and the self, giving individuals strength to carry on. Helichrysum has a powerful relationship with the light of the sun. It imbues joy, fervour, and hope for living. Helichrysum takes hurt souls by the hand, guiding them through life's difficulties. If individuals can persevere, this oil can take them into new heights of spiritual consciousness. Helichrysum offers hope that their emotional wounds can be healed. So if you're lacking a bit of courage or you're feeling life is hard, you could use the helichrysum oil to feel more courage to embrace your life. Okay. I'm still in the crown chakra at the moment. All right, I'm full of positive thinking patterns. I am in contact with my inner being. I'm doing my part to bring my spiritual body and physical body together. Right, back to the solar star chakra. Jumping around today, aren't we? So the solar star chakra is about connection to the sun as well. So outdoor activities. So what can you do outside, even if it is raining? Do you have a veranda you can sit under to still appreciate nature, even and maybe not get so wet? The oil console. I think that's the beauty of being out in nature too, that we can let go of things. It's like we're giving them into the earth. Console helps ease burdens, assists in experiencing a serene heart and mind, and guides individuals towards emotional rest. So if you're feeling traumatized at the moment or burdened, you can use the console oil to help deal with the burdens. All right, we're going to jump back into the aura. So layer 4, which is our interactions and relationships and bonds. Tears, so like that layer has a tear in it, so it's not protecting us like it should. So current females. So is there some part of your life right now that is a little hard to digest? What are you feeling is hard to digest? Is there a reason that you're having trouble to exist and rejoice? So there's a generational component connected to our ability to rejoice. Dad's mum's side and the women, 5 generations of women. My mum is a big plant person. She's got a beautiful garden out the back, all potted plants. And often she comes to my house, she'll kind of doctor my plants a little. I'm still learning. She's very good. So now we're going into the 5th layer of the aura, leaking energy. Something from age 5. So what was kind of hard to deal with when you were 5? Feeling resentful. So male friend when you were 5. All right, so let's just clear some energy around that. So I'm wanted, I'm loved. Good morning, Elizabeth. I'm needed, I'm valued. I'm valuing myself. That one's got a generational component too from mum's side of the family and the women. 17 generations of women. Okay. Sometimes we can see that patterning, isn't it, that we don't feel acceptable. And I think that's been a lesson for a lot of people. I know it's been a lesson for me, that we only measure ourselves externally. We measure ourselves through our kids or our home or our job or our body or some other external measurement. All right, so we're going into the galactic chakra now. So this is about 4.5 meters above your head. So it's quite a way away. And the phase is about overcoming the egoic mind and letting go of earthly attachments. So fasting comes up. So I don't know if you've done fasting or you're into fasting. Um, I've always been taught it as a spiritual tool. Whenever you had a problem or you needed help on something, or someone needed help, um, we would fast. So we'd usually after our evening meal, say on a Saturday night, or before we went to bed, we'd open our fast, and then we wouldn't eat or drink anything until the meal in the evening. And when you suppress your body like that, it's like allows your spirit to be enlarged and to receive divine messages more easily. So some people in their culture will fast for a month. They won't eat between sunrise and sunset. Some people will do it just as needed, or some people do it regularly. We're encouraged to donate the money for the food we would have eaten to help local people. Some people do intermittent fasting where they may just have like lunch and dinner, or just have breakfast and lunch, and then not eat after about 3. So the more that you narrow your window of eating, the more your body gets to burn your fat, and your sugar levels to decrease, which can be very helpful for pain and inflammation in your body and weight loss. Another oil comes up, which is chia. Because sometimes we can feel life is heavy and hard, and it's hard to feel that we can rise above all the difficulties that happen. So cheer encourages individuals who are overcome by feelings of hopelessness and helplessness. It restores hope when one has been stretched beyond the limits of endurance. This blend inspires faith that life will work out for the best despite difficulties and setbacks. Cheer reminds individuals there is so much more to life than the hardship they're experiencing, and to determinedly hold on until they regain the hope and joy they feel they've lost. Yeah, so if you're feeling joyless, I would be using some cheer oil to lift you up and to help you feel that life can be doable, and that you still do have a difference to make, and that what you feel and what you want to offer and what is in your heart is valuable. So you might use it to help you feel restored too when you feel like you're being a bit smashed. All right, there is nothing to forgive, for the journey is perfection. Sometimes that's hard to accept, isn't it? we well, I think in hindsight, we can sometimes see that the difficulties that we faced have helped us to grow and helped us to help other people. So it's like it's a good thing. But at the time, it can feel very hard to accept the difficulties and the trauma and the opposition that we face, and it's hard to feel that we're ever going to get on top of it. Life is a gift of unimaginable proportion. So it is good to be alive. It is good to exist. Sometimes we question our very existence and wonder if we are making a difference in this world. But know that you are, and know that our Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother are acutely aware of you and where you're at and the difficulties that you face. All right, so we're going to go into the seventh layer of the aura. So, current emotions, feeling stubbornness. So, that's one of my favorite emotions. What are you feeling stubborn about? Why are you digging in your heels? Now we're going into the universal chakra. So, that's about, well, it's even higher above the 11th chakra. So, it's like we're, connecting out to the earth. And the thing that comes up is solitude. Do you get time on your own? Do you get to sit and meditate and ponder over things that are important to you? Another oil, so we'll go with peace. I think peace is an amazing feeling, and often we feel like we have to have the outside circumstances absolutely wonderful to be able to feel peace. But I think true peace is being on the inside peaceful, regardless of what is happening around us. All right, peace invites individuals to connect to the true source of unending peace and let go of control and excess attachments in order to experience the incredible peace that flows from the divine. It invites individuals to trust in divine goodness and grace. Peace affirms that no amount of control or effort can fill the empty soul. It reminds individuals that only by connecting to the divine will they cultivate lasting peace. I think that, plantifying your life. So, like being out in nature, like I think about the trees that we have here in Australia that the seeds are only released and blossom when there's a bushfire. So it's like extreme conditions that allow these things to grow. So I guess in a way we're like that. Some of the extreme conditions that happen to us and nearly break us are the things that really help us to blossom and to grow. Sometimes we need to support each other through these times, and sometimes we might feel a little lonely, or that we have to rely on God's support, which can be difficult, especially when you're feeling a little bit scared. Oh, yeah, spiritually disconnected. So it's like helping yourself to be a bit more connected to God. So, You know, do you need to do your meditation and prayer outside? Do you need to, feel that connection to nature, to feel that God has created all these beautiful things in which you can enjoy? And even though things are imperfect, there still is beauty in it, and just as there is in us, even though we may be imperfect and struggle with our feelings and the difficulties that life presents us, we too, like a plant, will grow. Um, I was listening to a talk, and they were talking about these trees that all blew down in a very strong storm, and the trees were beautiful, but their root system wasn't very deep. It was like quite superficial, and so their roots pulled up out of the ground. So apparently, for a tree to grow really strong, it has to have a lot of wind. So the wind helps, I guess, stretch and bend the trunk of the tree, and then the roots have to grow in deeper. So it's like we only grow when we have this tremendous pressure on us. So we all dislike feeling pressure, and we also want to prevent our children from feeling pressure. But it's like this pressure is what helps strengthen us and to make us be the amazing people that we are. So it's like accepting that you're going through some really tough stuff right now, and it's not easy, and it's not meant to be easy, but it's to help you grow these strong roots and to help you have that connection into Mother Earth, having that connection to Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother, to feel that you are on purpose, even though it is tough right now. All right, so our grid, the back of our lower body, so lines, some of the grid lines, the horizontal ones have been broken, they're not matching up properly. So this is also affecting our first chakra. So it kind of makes us doubt ourselves, or doubt where we're at, or doubt that we're on purpose, or that we're doing things in the right way. So belonging. And sometimes, jobs change. A lot of people were very damaged by the lockdowns and the isolation and the division that was created to make people fight against each other. So it's like recovering and understanding that we all did feel this isolation and that we all need each other. And, if this was ever tried again, that we know to reach out to each other, we know to hug each other, we know that, the things they told us weren't true, and that, it was about control and to see how much we would take. So it's like, if we know that, we have to be the underground, the people that help quietly underneath, that we show love, that we show compassion, that we help each other. All right, I'm connected to my body. I easily maintain healthy body size and image. I easily eliminate all that no longer serves me. And sometimes that's very freeing too, even to go through your cupboard and chuck out the clothes that don't bring you joy anymore, have a big clean out. It helps your mind to feel more spacious because every item that you own occupies space in your head. So it's like simplifying, releasing things. So feeling weary. Right, I'm created for joy. I am true humility. It's safe to experience all of my emotions. I welcome them and process them as my body can tolerate them. Some parts of our body gets a bit stuck. You know, is it our lungs? Is it our nervous system? Is it our kidneys and bladder? Is it our stomach? Where are we having trouble processing? So emotions stuck in the stomach. Belief in the worst happening to you. Feeling separated. Sometimes we just don't feel included or that we belong. Some generational baggage here through mum's side of the family. Feeling unsupported. So generationally, the women may have not felt supported. So in which area of your life do you feel unsupported right now? We're going to use another oil, Motivate. We go through all the emotional oils today. I love Motivate. It smells so delicious. All right, this blend of mints and citrus oils was formulated for those who need motivation and encouragement. It assists individuals whose will has stagnated and needs to be fired into action again. Motivate fosters confidence to follow through with one's creative inspirations and intentions. It also imbues a warrior-like spirit and strengthens individuals to face adversities and challenges. So if you are lacking confidence in yourself, get out your Motivate and use it. Stick it in your handbag, smell it all day so that you keep encouraging yourself to be confident in what you feel you are here to do, and you are doing it. Even if it is hard and difficult, you are doing it. The feeling of terror is also stuck. So what do you feel terror about? All right, so going into part of the mind now. So, all right, I allow myself to live a plentiful life. So, what is a plentiful life? Is it one that you have lots of things, or is a plentiful life where you can go out in the garden, you can put your feet in the earth, you can walk in the rain if you want to? How does plentiful look and feel to you? Okay, Elizabeth says fear for the future. Okay. My personal boundaries are considerate, reasonable, and strong. I feel like oh yeah, you're worried about freedom. I guess too, I recently went with one of my kids and their family to watch King of Kings. It's a movie for children. It was about Easter. And I feel strongly that the Saviour said he has overcome the world and that we don't need to be fearful. And yes, the bad team is going to do their best to control us and to harm us. But the true freedom is internal. It is that connection to God and that receiving inspiration, letting go of things through Mother Nature. It's like that cycle has to continue. No matter what happens on the outside, if that cycle continues and we allow ourselves to feel that inspiration and connect ourselves to the earth to release the negativity, we can keep ourselves feeling free despite what's happening. I'm worthy of all that I desire. Now, what makes you feel free? Like, do you like to go and sit by the river? Do you want to paddle in the ocean? What connection to nature makes you feel free? All right, I earn money easily and I spend enough and I save enough. I reveal my true self with prosperity. I drink in life's richness and sweetness. All right, so some generational baggage attached to freedom. Dad's mum and the women. 43 generations of women. The feeling of shock stuck in the genes. So, if we go back that far, there've been times of the plague, there've been many wars, there've been drought, famine, flooding. Many world disasters have happened. So some of those traumas can be trapped in our genes, and then we don't feel free. Having just had Anzac Day, we're grateful to those who gave up their lives to give freedom to us and to our children and grandchildren. So it's like I think freedom is an important thing to remember and to treasure and to take advantage of. All right. So checking in, I think Zolani, you mentioned skin and digestion. How are we doing? Anyone else has something that they want to include in this last few minutes? I am the valley and the peaks, the river and the rain. And I think all of life experiences, sometimes we can feel like we're definitely rained upon, but then we can also be the river that we receive the rain and we pass it on. All right, Elizabeth's talking about feeling annoyed, all right? Age 5, age 12, 36. Oh, Susanna mentioned she attended a webinar on electromagnetic field pollution. I learned how important it is to live away from cell towers, at least 400 metres. Yeah, I watched the same one, Susanna. Yeah, been trying to put my mobile phone in the bathroom to charge, not near me, and even like to turn off the light at the power point near my head, trying to get the electromagnetic radiation away from us, and talking about, being able to put things in airplane mode so that we're not connected all the time to the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth, and about even like the earpods and head. Like I've got a headset that I use if I talk to people, but it's Bluetooth, so that's not great for your head. So it's like trying to minimize the time that we have the phone near our head and the radiation near our head. So I guess if you get out in nature, leave your phone inside and go sit outside and enjoy, even if it is raining, to have that connection, because you've got to think about, if you leave a house or an area left to itself, eventually nature regenerates. And I can't think of the guy's name, but there was a guy I think in Ireland, and he let a whole area. He owned a castle, I think, in a big area, and he's let it all go back to nature. And all these amazing species of birds and animals have come back to the area, and he's created an amazing place. So nature will always be able to heal and protect. So it's like allowing nature in to help us heal, is really important right now for us. Okay, so we had our Energy Works get together on Saturday night, which was great. It's just a small group of us, but it's lovely to catch up with like-minded people and to enjoy that time. Our next Energy Works is in July 10th to the 12th, so that one's filling up. So if you feel inspired to learn energy clearing, you're welcome to come. It's important to sort of open your mind to the possibility of being connected to energy, being connected to God, and to feel that we can help other people through that. Anyway, thank you for being you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for sharing what you feel. Thank you for all the good that you're doing in the world. Don't give up. Don't stop. Keep on going, even if it feels like you're going uphill backwards. You're still moving forward, and I believe in you. All right. Thank you. See you.